Hello learners, welcome to this video lesson. Today we are going to discuss another important topic. The title of the topic is Right to Education Act 2009 in bringing school and community together. As you all know that we are discussing your course code is BESC 131 and course title is Education, Concept, Nature and Perspective. This course has been taken from your BA General program, which is developed as per the choice based credit system of UGC, and this course has been taken from the subject of education from your BA General program, and this is the first semester course. Already we have discussed many lessons, and today we are going to focus upon the Right to Education Act 2009 in bringing school and community together. Before starting our discussion, let me to introduce myself. I Dr. Niradhar De, Associate Professor, School of Education, Indira Gandhi National Open University. Welcome you all to this video lesson. As you know that presently we are in the 12th module of your course. The title of the module is Interface between School and Community. In this module, you will find three important lessons are there. First lesson is parental involvement in school. Second is role of community in school development and schooling process. And the third lesson is Right to Education Act 2009 in bringing school and community together. Already you must have gone through the earlier two lessons from this module, that is parental involvement in school is the first lesson, second is role of community in school development and schooling process. And now let us focus upon the third lesson, that is Right to Education Act 2009 in bringing school and community together. Before starting our discussion, let me to focus upon some of the important learning outcomes, and I am very much hopeful that after going through this video lesson and at the same time the part content which is given in the 12th module, you will be able to discuss the Right to Education Act 2009 and its provisions about community participation. So, what are the different provision, different suggestions has been given, specially catering community or specially connecting community in the process of schooling, in the process of education, and further you will be able to discuss the key functions of school management committee. Okay, school management committee is the SMC. So, there is the recommendation that every school should have one SMC, should have one school management committee, and after establishing the school management committee, so what will be the key function, what will be the operation of the SMC. So, that is also another learning outcome. Then further you will be able to describe basic structure of school management committee. So, friends, when we will develop the school management committee, when we will form the school management committee, so what should be its basic structure as per the RT Act 2009. So, that is also another learning outcome, and further you will be able to explain the concept of school development plan, that is called as SDP, and its construction. So, friends, what is SDP? First of all, you will understand that what is the concept of a SDP and who prepared this school development plan and what are the parameters for its construction. So, these are the certain important concern, important learning outcomes, and I am hopeful that definitely will achieve these learning outcomes after going through this video lesson. Now, let us focus upon Right to Education Act 2009 and School Management Committee SMC. So, what are the recommendations relating to School Management Committee? As per the provision of Right to Education Act 2009, every school should have a school management committee, that is called as SMC. So, friends, try to understand in 2009 our country India has come forward with a type of act in education that's called as Right to Education Act. So, through this act, now it is the right of the children of this country to get elementary education, to get compulsory elementary education. That is why now it is the responsibility of the state government, at the same time the union government, to provide educational facilities compulsorily to all the elementary school students. That is from if I will say starting from the class 1 to class 8, or age appropriation, that is from class 6 to class 14. So, it is now the fundamental right of the citizen of this country, the children of this country. Okay? And this is included in Article 21A as a fundamental right. So, in this Right to Education Act 2009, which was implemented from 1st April 2010, it says that there should be one school management committee, that is called as SMC. Okay. So, every school should have a SMC, and the role and responsibility, the function of the SMC has also explained properly in this act, in this Right to Education Act. Then further, RT Act 2009 brings community and school together through various committees like Parent Teacher Association, School Management Committee, etc. Try to understand, if you will think about the involvement of community, the involvement of society, so far as primary and elementary education is concerned, you must have aware about VEC, Village Education Committee. Okay. So, it was implemented earlier before this Right to Education Act 2009, and in Right to Education Act 2009, the VEC, Village Education Committee, that got transformed as SMC, that is called as School Management Committee. So, friends, when we talk about right of education of the children, so without involving the community members, without involving the society in our education system, in our school process, we cannot get the success. Okay. So, that is why here optimum care has been taken to bring together parents, at the same time the entire community, including the local government, the local functionaries, for the progress and development of education at the grassroots level. So, that is why the act says that there should be a type of parent teacher association, there should be regular interaction between parent and teachers about the progress of their child, about the progress of education of their child, and at the same time one school management committee will be there, and school management committee will function within the purview of this Right to Education Act to see that how the school is functioning. And further I can say that after this implementation of Right to Education Act 2009, almost all states now have formed such committees, that is the SMC, to bring reforms in academic, planning and managing the schooling process. So, now you will find that in every state of our country of India, they have compulsorily implemented it, and they have made it mandatory that every school should have one SMC. Okay? And they have also, the states, the different state government, they have also rightly inclined, rightly involved themselves for providing compulsory educational facilities, educational opportunity to the children of age appropriation till completion of the elementary education. Further, SMC includes parents, teachers, local authority and representatives, then civil society as community members. So, friends, here in SMC, Right to Education says that all stakeholders relating or those are working for the development of education, it may be parents, it may be teachers, it may be local authority, that you can say at the panchayat level, that is the sarpanch and the ward member, the panch. So they are the local authority, they should involved in the SMC and they should take care about the development of education at the village level, at the panchayat level, at the local level. And for the representative, and it also includes the stakeholder like civil society. Okay, in the local area, even if in the municipal area, you will find that the civil society, the people, those are working for the cause of the development of the society, okay, for the cause of the education even. So they can also be the member of this SMC, the school management committee, and mutually they can work for the development of education system. And further, if I will focus upon the basic structure of school management committee, okay. So who will be the member and what will be the structure of the SMC? Let me to focus upon, first of all, exact number of members in SMC is not specified, but certain criteria has been given. This has not mentioned that how many numbers should be there. It may be based upon you can say the strength of the school, it may be you can say the classes run in the school. So the structure says that 75% members should be parents or guardians of the children studying in that school. So try to understand. First of all, the parents or the guardians of the children who are studying in the school. So among the parents of the children, so 75% members should be there, and another 25% members that may be 25% members should be from the school itself, and 50% women members is compulsory. So among the 100% members, care should be taken. It may be parents, it may be from school, it may be from local government or from the civil society. 50% members should be women. Then further, there should be representation from the weaker section. Few members should be from the weaker section. So they should have their representation to understand and to participate that what is going on in the school and what are the major concern of the school. Then further, minimum 6 meetings should be there in a year. So this has been specified that in a year the SMC will conduct at least 6 meetings, and there should not be more than 2 months gap between two meetings. So it means in at least in 2 months there should be one meeting. Okay, so more than 2 months gap should not be there from one meeting to another meeting. Then accordingly in a year 6 meetings should be conducted. So this is the basic structure of the school management committee. And further, if I will focus upon the SMC composition in Delhi, particularly in the Delhi government, I am just giving one example. Just like you see the members, it may be parents or it may be guardians, they can be the member of the SMC, or from the parents and guardians, one can be the vice chairperson also. So in Delhi, so far as Right to Education Act, Delhi Right to Education Act is concerned, number of members, that means from parents or guardians, should be 12. So that will be the 75%. So total member will be your 16. Total member will be 16, out of which 75%, 12 member will be either parent or the guardians, and another 25% members, that means school principal will be the member. School principal will be the ex officio chairperson of the school management committee. Then further, elected representative, at least one member at the local government level, at the panchayat level. Then for the subject teacher, member or convener. So subject teacher will be the convener. First of all, will be one of the member and the convener of the SMC. Then further, educationist or social worker, the civil society member, may be an educationist, may be a type of social worker. Those are working for the cause of development of the society, and those are working for the cause of development of education at the local area, will be also member of the SMC. So accordingly, a 16 member SMC will be developed, will be structured, and they will conduct at least 6 meetings in a year, and there will not be more than 2 months gap between two meetings. Further, now let us focus upon the very functions of SMC, or what are the different functions of SMC. First of all, the main function of SMC is to prepare school development plan. Earlier in learning outcomes, I was just talking about school development plan, that is called as SDP. Okay. So, it is their main function that they have to develop one SDP. Further, we will discuss that what is the structure of SDP and how the SDP will be developed. Then further, participate and monitor in managing the school and its development. First of all, the main function is to prepare the SDP, that is the developmental plan, continuous developmental plan of the school. Then further, the SMC members, they are supposed to participate and monitor in managing the school, at the same time in developing the school. They have to go through different parameters of the progress and development of the school. Further, the function of school management committee is also to help in supervising and implementing school development plan. So, after preparing the school development plan, after approval of the school development plan, the SMC members, they are supposed to supervise that plan, they are supposed to implement that plan. And further, the function of SMC is to supervision and monitoring of financial, academic and other co-curricular activities in the school. Try to understand the financial management in the school will be taken care by the SMC member. Then further, academic monitoring, that is the monitoring in the day-to-day teaching learning process, day-to-day scholastic activities, progress of the learners is also another important function for the part of SMC to supervise and to conduct other co-curricular activities. That means the school will conduct the co-curricular activities for the all-round development of the child, and what the SMC member will do, SMC member will just supervise and monitor whether the things are happening in a proper way or not, and if there is any hurdle in between, the SMC member will try to solve those hurdles. Then for the other functions of SMC, like through social audit, ensure accountability and transparency in the system. So, the SMC will ensure a type of social audit, that whether the things are happening properly in the school or not. Then keeping proper accounts of available funds along with allocation, distribution and utilization with the Gram Sabha. Try to understand here proper account of available of the funds. The SMC will keep the records there, with them, and they will present it in the Gram Sabha also. Okay. So, the utilization, distribution and utilization will be presented in the Gram Sabha, and also it will be discussed in the SMC meeting. And for the general and maintain educational database. So, all the database relating to students, relating to school infrastructure, relating to day-to-day school development will be managed by the SMC. For the supporting and monitoring academic progress of the children, then coordinate between schools and society with available community resources of the society. So, here how the school will utilize, or how the school will be will get the benefit of the community resources, of the social resources. So, that will be ensured by the SMC. SMC will coordinate it. Further, as I have already said that the main function of the SMC school development plan is to develop a school development plan. And now let us focus upon different aspects of the school development plan. So, what are the different things, what are the different aspects that are supposed to include in the SDP, in the school development plan? First of all, let me to say that the main aim of preparing school development plan is to identify and review the strengths and weaknesses of the school. Okay. So, first of all, to understand that what is the strength and what is the weaknesses of the school. Then further estimation of class wise enrollment for each year. So, what is the enrollment in each class in every year, then accordingly they have to keep the data and it will be included in the school development plan. And on the basis of the increase of enrollment, the SMC can also demand for the additional teacher, and it should be mentioned, it should be included in the school development plan. And further, as per estimated enrollment of the students, required number of additional teachers, that is subject wise teacher and grade wise teachers should be included in the SDP, and many a time part time teachers can also be included. And further estimation of additional infrastructure and equipment, whether there are the requirement of additional infrastructure in the school or not, that can also be the part of SDP. Then additional financial requirements, so far as construction work is concerned, so far as different developmental infrastructural work is concerned, this can also be included in the SDP plan about the requirement of the additional finance or additional financial requirement. And the other aspects of school development plan, just like required additional support and training for teachers and students. Okay. So, here if the teachers are not trained, then SMC should take care of it, and SMC should include in SDP that the teachers required a type of training. And at the same time, apart from the basic training, it may be DLED, it may be BEd, for the school development plan should be signed by chairperson, and should also demand for you can say involvement of teachers for the professional development program, PDP, professional development program, because time and again you must have observed that the things are changing very rapidly. So, with the changing need of the society, with the changing need of the science and technology, there is the need of continuous upgradation of the knowledge, understanding of the pedagogy, of the practices in education of the teachers. So, that is why continuous professional development program should be developed, and the teachers should also participate to upgrade themselves, to make them acquaint towards the new innovation and towards the new practice. And further, the school development plan should be signed by the chairperson and vice chairperson of the SMC. It should be submitted to the appropriate authority before the end of 3 months of the financial year. So, here before the financial year, before the closing of the financial year, before 3 months, SDP school development plan should be submitted, should be developed and submitted. Now, let us focus upon some of the important aspects so far as construction development of the school development plan. First of all, what the SMC will do? The SMC will observe, supervise, visit the school, inspect the school, and they will include it in the SDP. So far as identify available resources. So, what are the resources already available in the school, and for the list of required resources. So, what are the additional resources that is required for the development of the school. So, first of all, the present status, so far as the infrastructural status is concerned, they have to present the present status, and at the same time they will also make a list that what are the different other resources they require. And for the requirement of additional teachers, it is also another important aspect, that how many teachers are already there and whether there are requirement of additional teachers so far as students enrollment is concerned. You must have aware that as per Right to Education Act, at the primary level the ratio between teacher and student, that is 1:35, and at the upper primary level, that is from class 6 to class 8th. Okay. So, here the ratio between teacher and student is 1:30. So, accordingly, if the number of students are increasing, then accordingly for maintaining this ratio, there might be requirement of additional teacher. So that's why that should be the part of the school development plan. Then training of teachers, the SMC member will see that how many teachers have already trained, they have received the basic teacher education training, and how many teachers have not received training. And for them, teacher training, the window of teacher training should be opened, and they should be given opportunity to train themselves. And for the midday meal scheme should also be the part of SDP, how many students are getting the benefit of it, and what are the things required so far as smooth functioning of this midday meal is concerned. Then further, different academic activities, what are the different academic activities are happening, are going on in the school, and what other activities that should be conducted. It can also be the part of SDP school development plan. Then other co-curricular activities, then community mobilization. So here this is an important aspect. I have already said that without considering the community, no education system will be perfect. So that's why here this is quite appreciable in the Right to Education Act that it has taken proper care that how to bring community to education, how to you can say make community participation for the development of education, especially for formal education. So that's why community mobilization, the resources in the community, the resources of the village, how these resources can be developed in the school, and at the same time how the school will also involve wholeheartedly for the development of the community. So that's why community mobilization should be the part of the school development plan. Okay? And the renowned person in the community, the experts in the community, those are having certain specific skill and competencies relating to any area. So how these skills and competencies, how this expertise can be used in education, can be used in the school, can also another important aspect, and that should be a part of SDP. Further, the other construction of SDP parameter, just like regular monitoring of school activities, then implementation of the SDP school development plan. It is not only construction of SDP, rather the earlier approved school development plan. So how this is practicing, how this has been implemented in our school is also another important aspect. Then further, professional development program of the teachers, I was talking earlier, this is not only the basic training, rather time and again with the requirement, with the changing need of the society, changing need of the innovative pedagogical practices in the teaching learning process, and with the advancement of science and technology, the teachers should equip themselves with this development. So that's why they should be given permission for participating different professional development program. So it can also be the part of the school development plan. And for the managing quantity and quality, this is another important aspect, that this is not only to manage, only to cater the quantity, that to provide education to all the students. At the same time, how to deal quantity with quality, how to provide quality education to the children, to the students is another important aspect, is a very focused thing in the Right to Education Act. So that's why if you will go through all the lines, all the recommendations of Right to Education Act, definitely you will find a type of impression that how this has been articulated, not only to deal, not only to address, not only to focus the quantity, that means the enrollment and admission, the number of students, at the same time how to provide quality education to them. It may be by providing quality material, it may be by providing quality teaching learning process, by using a right pedagogy, and by adopting a transparent assessment system. Okay. So that's why both quantity and quality is given priority, and it should be the part of the construction of school development plan. Friends, now let us recapitulate that what we have discussed in this lesson. This lesson was basically focused upon Right to Education Act 2009 and its involvement so far as school management committee is concerned, how it addresses community and how it includes community for the development of schooling. So that is why we have discussed about the school management committee, the functions of school management committee, the structure and the development of the school management committee, the formation of the school management committee, what criteria should be and what aspects should be taken care of, and further we have also discussed about the major function of school management committee is to develop one SDP, okay, school development plan. And what is the concept of a school development plan, who prepared the school development plan, and what are the different aspects that are included in the school development plan. All these things we have discussed. And further we have also discussed that who are the stakeholders who will involve in the SMC in the school development plan. After going through this lesson, I am just focusing upon some of the important questions, and I am very much sure that now you might be able to answer these questions, just like discuss the provision of community participation in Right to Education Act 2009. Further, what are the basic structure of school management committee? Then what is the composition of school management committee as per the Right to Education Act 2009? And further, what are the functions of SMC? Then explain different aspects of school development plan, and at the same time discuss the construction of school development plan. I am sure that definitely you will answer this question. This is for your practice only. Friends, in our next session we will discuss other important theme from your course BESC 131 Education Concept, Nature and Perspectives. Thank you.